Bit of cheating going on here, Lee.
Bit of cheating going on here, Baz. So obviously we said we'd do a nice intro to this little fun, you know, light-hearted challenge that we've got going on today. And just look for yourself what's going on. A little bit of pre-baiting. Tell you what that's going to do. Come back to bite him. Come back to bite him is exactly what I said. Rob, come up here. Let's do a nice little intro. Oh, Martha, it's nice to see you. Nice to see you.
I'm back.
Brilliant. Okay, so what we're going to do is a little bit of fun today. We've been having an amazing session on the Main Edge channel where we've been looking at all things pinky fishing, but we thought we'd have a little bit of a challenge, didn't we?
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, you will be looking forward to it because what has happened is I have set Rob a 10-minute challenge of how many fish he can catch in 10 minutes. All right? I caught 10 in 10 minutes, badly. Hooking the bottom, losing fish, tangling my rig.
I'm going to say it wasn't your best effort, was it?
It wasn't my best 10 minutes. Caught up to a 20 in 10 minutes earlier in the day. So I've set Rob 10. He thinks he's some sort of speed demon. He's pre-baited his peg. Are you going to go down and try and beat me then or
Yeah,
what?
I think we just ought to obviously relay the rules to everybody. So,
what are the rules?
We've been fishing you've been fishing today at 7 metres out. Only fair that I fish at the same distance. You could say I could probably catch 20 fish fishing, you know,
Oh,
closely,
no, it has to be same.
Same setup.
Pick any rig you want up.
I know you've got 3 rigs on your tray.
Yeah, you can pick
and
any
I've been
rig you
watching
want.
you fish and I'm thinking, is he doing this quite right?
Well,
so I'm going to pick up a different rig to the one you used. I'm going to steal one of your rigs. I just think that could be the rig.
Okay.
As you've probably seen, I've put a little bit of bait in. The fish here are ravenous, so you need to feed. You need to keep them in your swim. I'm going to run my rig through.
I ad hoc to ball.
I've seen you chuck a ball in here. I'm going to run my rig through.
Yeah.
It's going to go down, maybe 6 inch. It's going to sink. I'm going to swing in a fish. It's going to happen.
I'm bored already. Get down and start catching me some.
13 or 14 times before we both get bored and you concede. Yeah? Yeah.
You're going to start the stopwatch. So, Rob's got the stopwatch. Let's go down and give him a look. Don't trip down the bank, Baz, because otherwise we'll absolutely burst out laughing.
First we've got to say, your kit.
Yes, my kit.
I would normally have all my bait on my overside.
All right, yeah.
So this is going to slow me down big time.
Yeah. Oh, so there's my top kit gone.
This is going to slow me down big time. So I'm going to have to pick everything up with my left hand, whereas I normally pick it up with my right.
What's your first choice? What's your first choice for the rig? Get the stopwatch out.
Where is the stopwatch? Here we go. Right. So we've got the stopwatch. I'm just going to tell you my rig. We're talking about speed. I've gone for nice slim float.
You've picked my pencil float up.
Yeah, I've picked the pencil float up. This hasn't seen any action. Nice slim float. I've got a bulk down, a single dropper, and I think that is the way for speed.
Right, okay, yeah. So, well, you start on the stopwatch then. Would you like me to start the stopwatch?
I think you start the stopwatch and then I'm ready to go.
We're off and running.
Go.
Look. So, it's all about pinky fishing today, single pinky. I didn't fish with that rig. I picked up what I'm calling like the normal rig, if you like. It was just a 0.5 gram strung out shot rig. You know, obviously I didn't want to set him too hard a target. Didn't want to, you know, because I've seen him under pressure before. You get nervous, don't you, Rob, under pressure?
I bottled it, yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Oh no, I've snagged
up. There's no restarts on the stopwatch,
no,
you know.
I know, don't you worry. Snagged up, and I'm in a tangle. No. Oh, this will be a comeback, won't it? This will be a comeback.
Have you got it out of the tangle?
I think so.
I think that this tangle is terminal.
No, it's not terminal.
How much time is he going to waste? Should we get the stopwatch and have a look at how much time he's wasting in this tangle?
Oh, you're joking me.
1 minute down. 1 minute down. How many? What? Phil, what's his count? Phil? Oh, 0. Right. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Imagine if you come back from this. That'd be impressive, wouldn't it?
Oh, this would be amazing. This is why I've done it, so I can come back.
Well, what Rob should know, because he's been watching me for 2 hours while we were doing the main video.
That there's a snag right there.
There's some snags in the peg, and I did actually hook it a couple of times during my little 10-minute stint. And it's annoying because it's right where you want to catch the fish. So if you can imagine, you've put the ball of bait on the bottom.
We're out.
You've got the fish all ravenous down there, but that's where you want to catch them. So, I mean, I often found, Rob, as well, do you know what? I wouldn't hook it for like 10 minutes and then I'd hook it twice in a row.
Don't say that.
I'd hook it twice.
Right, we're in.
Right, go on then.
So what have we got? 8 minutes to beat the target now?
No. You've got 8 minutes. Yeah.
Oh God. Right. So I need 11 fish, don't I?
You need 11 fish to win. Yeah, 10 fish.
I think the shots fell off. If the shots fell off, that'd be just.
I mean, I'm as you can imagine, when I was doing my 10 minutes, which you should be watching in the corner of this screen right now, any error or problem or something that happened that didn't go to plan, I was basically hammered for off camera with no sound. Oh, he's off and running.
We're off and running.
He's off and running.
Yeah.
One. Well done, mate. So I'm hoping...
Where did you score, John?
Oh, sorry, mate. Do you want one of those? I'm hoping that I can keep running. Let me show you what Rob fed at the start of this session, right? So what we've been doing today is feeding some ground bait with some pinkies in. Look, give it a good stir around as the jet goes overhead. And Rob's fed a ball like that with like lots of pinkies in, lots of bait on the bottom, all crawling about, which is why he's picked up that more bulky, heavy rig. He's picked that up because effectively he feels like he can get down on top of those fish a little bit quicker, which, you know, he's probably going to. Two. That's a loud jet, isn't it? Sorry for the jet noise. We can't control the jets, unfortunately, around here. Two. So he's had like 2 in a minute there. He's had 2 in a minute.
What I want to know is,
should be easy comeback, really.
Will there be a little ping in the corner when I catch one?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do a nice ping for you in the corner when you catch one. What is very interesting is earlier today we found a different stamper fish with the different rigs as well. So, like when we were doing our detailed video, we could see all the different effects that those rigs had. And this rig was great because you could catch quickly at times. But sometimes, I mean, if you caught those all day, Rob, what's that? 3 ounces?
3 ounces, yeah, you'd have a lovely day.
Yeah. So if you caught those all day, you'd be on for a massive weight. But sometimes your stamp is affected by that presentation. Tell you what, he's back in the game here. He's back in the game, sit big time with three, Phil? You counting? Phil counts for us. I can manage that. So talk us through what you're doing then, mate.
Right, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm using this rig to bomb everything down, but because there's some flow on it today,
yeah,
we're having to still put the rig to the fish nicely. So what I'm doing is with that bulk, I'm getting that bulk above the where I've put that bait in, and then I'm holding on to the rig. So I'm not letting the float go through. I'm hoping that a fish almost picks up the bait with my float out of the water. And then as my float goes through the water, so I'm holding on now to the float, holding on.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to lower it into the water.
Nice.
So everything's in a straight line. Then I can just let it run, and hopefully there's almost one hanging on. The float kit sort of bends over on itself as the fish picks up the bait. Oh, missed him. So upstream with the bulk. Let the bulk
upstream with the bulk.
Yeah, let the bulk swing below the float. When it just gets past the float, then we're going to lower the float in nice and slowly. There we go.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice. I tell you what, nice stamper as well. Tell you what, that's a nice fish. Nice stamp there. 5. So 5 minutes in with a disaster. He's got to 5. So he's looking good. He's looking pretty nailed on. I'm saying. You know that wind predictor they have in the cricket. When they have you seen that?
Yeah,
the wind with percentage.
Yeah,
I reckon you're at 70% chance of winning now.
Even with that disaster earlier.
Yeah, because obviously you're 5 in 3 minutes effectively. So that's a great pace. But it just goes to show how different rigs, different presentation. You're flying, Matt. Now,
flying.
You're absolutely flying. 6. 11 for the victory. So,
maybe Lee. Maybe I'm wasted in the feeder team.
Oh, you're wasted in the feeder team, mate. I don't even know. You know,
maybe I ought to pick up the pole gear again.
I think that's it. I think you're literally setting the standard of what happens in these 10 minutes. I think what we'll do is we'll show that first 2 minutes and see how you get on with that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Think I've ever got a bit of a tangle? No.
No, you've not got a bit of a tangle. Of course, all these rigs are on the on our video on our website. Some great details. I tell you what, he's missed a couple of bites.
2 bites. That is the problem with this bulk rig. Sometimes if you don't quite get it right, it's not a case of just whooshing it down and hoping a fish drags you under. You've still got to concentrate.
You're almost like putting it into their mouths, aren't you?
Yeah, you've got to really concentrate with it.
Yeah. And at the moment, the conditions are nice for it, aren't they? The wind's dropped a little bit. And 7?
Yeah, 7.
Well done, mate. Absolutely cooking on gas. He's flying now.
7. Talk about whip fishing versus short lining.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
Potentially, Rob, in this 10 minutes, you could go in on a whip and catch 20 fish in 10 minutes. You know, like a whip could be amazing. But in your next 2 lots of 10 minutes, you might only catch another 10. Whereas in this, if you're going to catch like 12, 14 fish every time you go in, you know, it's a really good pace, isn't it? And it makes a big difference. You look like you had a bite there.
I did have a bite, yeah. Just a hold up, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
Maybe just not quite the amount of fish we need for this rig to be superb, but
isn't it interesting? So how long do you think that ball of bait's going to? I mean, that ball of bait's lasting really well at the moment, isn't it?
yeah, but obviously there's millions of fish there, isn't there?
Yeah, and they're just eating it really fast. So like a few little perch as well. So like if you were looking for quality over quantity, I'm not sure that would be the right way to go, but
Tell you what's interesting, Lee, when I used to fish this venue, tell you what, we've got some planes going, haven't we?
got some, why we haven't had any jets all day, and now we've got, like, you know, obviously the weekly roundup on the jets.
When I used to fish this venue a few years ago, it was all bread fishing for me. I used to bring my bread and, oh no, the bait's come off. I used to bring my bread and cup in some bread, and and the hook come off. The hook's come off.
No, would you like another hook?
Yeah, what time we got?
Oh,
no, the hook's not come off.
No, the hook's not come off.
No,
the hook come off. You're on 8 minutes and 12 seconds. How many fish you had?
I think I've lost count.
Was he set 8? Counter says 8.
Oh dear.
I'd have given you 7, but you know, listen. Counter says 8. Hang on, what happens if it's a tie? Do we have a super over? It's like a super minute.
No, I think if it's a tie, we just agree that we've had a lovely day on the bank.
We need a winner. We need a winner.
We'll do rock, paper, scissors.
That.
We'll do rock, paper, scissors if it's a tie.
Scissors through Ritz. Well, I tell you what. Now,
am I losing my fish?
Well, this is what happened to me. So, get my excuse in case he beats me here. 8. Oh, Rob, I tell you what, you're in trouble here.
I am in trouble.
1 minute and 8 seconds.
Oh, I want to chuck some bait in, but I've not got any bait to chuck in.
Oh, would you like to say? I'll have some bait to chuck in. No, I don't want any excuses. You got 2 in a minute in you. Have you got 2? I think you've got 2 in a minute in you. Yeah, listen, potentially you got 3 in a minute.
I need something to happen.
But this is what happened when I was fishing. You get a few. Oh. Don't come off.
No, he's not coming off.
Not come off. 9. For the. Oh, straight back out with the same bait.
Yeah, I've not got time, Lee, for that messing around.
Straight back out with the same bait. For the tie. This is for the tie.
I'll take a tie after that tangle.
Yeah, listen, you would deserve it. I mean, obviously, if we were calling a winner, which we wouldn't with a tie, it's got the capabilities. It's got the capabilities, folks. Here we are. Obviously, I'd never, ever, ever call it early, ever.
What's the time? What's the time?
I couldn't tell you. It's got to be in the hand, and you've got 15 seconds.
You're going to beat me. You're going to beat me.
Is this for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll take a 10-9 victory. But listen, doesn't take defeat very well. Doesn't take defeat. Look, that's a bit of fun. That's what this YouTube channel is all about. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next time, we'll see you on the next challenge.
Subscribe to the channel.